Have you ever wondered if there's a limit to how much data you can pull from OpenStreetMap? If you've delved into the world of geographic data, chances are you've come across the Overpass API. It's a powerful tool, a wizard's wand for extracting specific, nuanced pieces of information from the vast and intricate OpenStreetMap database. But like any powerful tool, it has its boundaries. So, what exactly are the limits of the Overpass API, and why do they even exist? OpenStreetMap, or OSM, is a collaborative project to create a free, editable map of the world. It's built and maintained by a global community of mappers, contributing everything from roads and buildings to natural features and points of interest. This rich, constantly updated dataset is what the Overpass API allows you to tap into. Unlike the main OSM API, which is primarily designed for editing the map, Overpass API is a read-only service, optimized for data consumers. It's like a specialized search engine for OSM data, allowing you to craft precise queries to get exactly the information you need. Need all the coffee shops in a specific city? Or perhaps all the bus stops within a certain radius? Overpass API can deliver. Its flexibility and the sheer volume of data it can access make it incredibly popular. From researchers and urban planners to app developers and hobbyists, countless individuals and organizations rely on Overpass API for their projects. But this popularity, coupled with the immense scale of the OpenStreetMap database, means that some form of regulation is necessary. Imagine a library with millions of books, all free to access. If everyone tried to check out every book at once, the system would collapse. The Overpass API operates on a similar principle. It's a shared resource, and to ensure fair access and prevent abuse, certain limits are in place. These aren't arbitrary restrictions. They're vital for maintaining the service's stability and availability for everyone. So, let's break down these limits. The main public Overpass API instance, accessible via overpass-api.de, is a workhorse, handling millions of requests daily. However, for individual users, there are practical guidelines to keep in mind. A general rule of thumb to stay within safety margins is to aim for a maximum of about 10,000 requests per day and keep your download volume below approximately 1 gigabyte per day. Exceeding these guidelines doesn't guarantee an immediate block, but it increases the likelihood of running into rate limiting. Rate limiting is one of the primary mechanisms Overpass API uses to manage traffic. It ensures that no single user monopolizes the server resources. When you send a request, it occupies a slot available to your IP address. The server assigns these slots, and if all available slots for your IP are in use, or if the server is under heavy load, your subsequent requests might be delayed or even rejected with a too many requests error. There's also a cooldown time associated with each request, which grows proportionate to the execution time of your query and the overall server load. This cooldown period gives other users a chance to submit their requests. Think of it like waiting your turn in line. The longer someone takes at the counter, the longer the next person has to wait. Beyond the number of requests, there are also limits on the resources a single query can consume. These are primarily defined by two parameters: timeout and max-size. The timeout parameter specifies the maximum allowed runtime for your query in seconds. The default timeout is typically 180 seconds, or 3 minutes. If your query takes longer than this to execute, the server may abort it. Why is this important? Complex queries that try to retrieve vast amounts of data can tie up server resources for extended periods, impacting other users. While you can explicitly set a higher timeout value in your query, a very high value increases the probability of the server rejecting your request before it even starts, especially during peak hours. It's a delicate balance. You need enough time for your query to complete, but not so much that you're effectively hogging the server. Then there's max-size, which dictates the maximum amount of RAM in bytes that your query is allowed to consume on the server. The default max-size is usually around 512 MB. If your query attempts to use more memory than this limit, it will be aborted with a memory exhaustion error. Again, you can increase this value, but the absolute maximum is dependent on the server's configuration and current load. Trying to request gigabytes of data with a single Overpass API query is generally discouraged, as it's highly likely to hit these memory limits or cause performance issues for the server and other users. For very large datasets, alternative methods like downloading full OpenStreetMap extracts from services like GeoFabric are often more appropriate. Overpass API shines when you need a selection of data, not an entire continent's worth. It's crucial to understand that these public Overpass API instances are maintained by volunteers and are funded through donations. They are designed for common, reasonable usage patterns. While they are incredibly generous, they are not intended to be a free alternative to running your own Overpass API instance for high-volume or critical applications. If your project requires consistently high query volumes, very large data downloads, or guaranteed uptime, setting up your own Overpass API server is the recommended approach. The Overpass API software is open source, and while it requires some technical expertise and sufficient hardware, think hundreds of gigabytes to terabytes of disk space and ample RAM, it offers complete control and eliminates concerns about public server limits. Some third-party providers also offer commercial Overpass API services, which can be a good option if you need higher limits or dedicated support without the overhead of managing your own server. These services often come with different usage policies and may have higher or even unlimited request allowances, though unlimited usually comes with fair usage caveats. Another important aspect is the type of data you're requesting. Overpass API is excellent for thematic and spatial extracts, filtering data based on tags, location, or relationships between objects. However, it's not ideal for every use case. For instance, it's not optimized for full history queries of an object or for large-scale, planet-sized data downloads. For those, the full OpenStreetMap planet files or regional extracts are the way to go. Similarly, if you need to work with OpenStreetMap data in a GIS system that doesn't natively handle OSM XML format, direct shapefile downloads or setting up a PostGIS database might be more efficient. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.